Hello, everybody.
I have heard so much you honor me. Please sit, join us. This is my wife, Persephone. Something to eat? Drink? Of course, such things are contrivances like so much here, for the sake of appearances.
No, thank you.
Yes, of course. Who has time? Who has time? But then if we do not ever take time, how can we ever have time?
Here we are at this killer place. Right now, this killer time. Breathing in that fresh, beautiful air, connecting ourselves to this very present moment of the here and now. Talking about timing. It's a very mysterious word, connected to our understanding of what they call coincidences. You could say some people just happen to be in the right time, at the right place. And that's when you may simply say someone is being lucky. Or you just happen to be at the wrong time, in the wrong place, and then you're just being unlucky. That's a fly. Isn't that funny? I'm trying to talk about timing, and I'm being mocked by flies.
What is your problem? Freaking psycho!
Jesse.
Like hit bone.
Jesse. Jesse. You see it, right? You see it? Get it.
Now, do we have the power to influence our chances in life? Is everything merely a coincidence, causality, or may it be that there is such a thing like destiny?
You see, there is only one constant, one universal. It is the only real truth. Causality. Action, reaction, cause and effect.
Everything begins with choice.
No, wrong. Choice is an illusion created between those with power and those without.
To understand timing, we have to talk a little bit about time itself. The German writer Goethe suggested that a person who does not understand the history of the last 3,000 years is forced to wander from day to day in the darkness, unable to make sense of the reality around him. You know, I mean, are agnostic people doomed to wander from day to day within darkness, incapable of making sense of the reality, like the man in Plato's cave, merely suggesting and understanding that the world is just a shadow of the truth? A world in which you only know.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Or is there a world outside of the cave where we can see with our own eyes and experience with all of our senses the truth, a world in which coincidences create momentum in time and space, a universe where every little event is somehow significant, understandable, and has a history of 3,000 years, so to speak. Let's leave the past for a while, find peace with it, and let's just talk a little bit about the future. You see, the future,
The future is all that's worth discussing.
it's the result of everything that happens here and now. We decide our future within our present thoughts and acts. What is it that defines our future? What is it that defines that Schrödinger's future, so to speak? Is it the abracadabra of the prophets and thinkers, the power of mind, thoughts initiating reality, kind of like God speaks and so it happens?
And don't worry about the vase.
What vase?
That vase.
I'm sorry.
I said don't worry about it. I'll get one of my kids to fix it.
How did you know?
Oh, What's really going to bake your noodle later on is, would you still have broken it if I hadn't said anything?
In a multiverse of infinite possibilities, how many plans do I have to come up with? Am I losing time trying to control every tiny little future of mine, every tiny little possibility that may or may not happen? I mean, obviously, there are some very thoughtful plans, like the very matrix itself, designed by the architect, in which every possibility and every choice leads to that single moment that brain fucked all of us.
Hello, Neil.
Let's leave agnosticism behind us. Let's become a gnostic person. Let's evolve from someone who knows only one thing and one thing only.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. Oh.
Agnostically observing Schrödinger's cat of reality within this holographic universe, let's evolve to someone like a prophet. So let's open our beloved pineal gland, the third eye as they call it, understanding that within the holographic universe, everything we see is just as it had to be. Now, many spiritual ideas suggest that our suffering actually has a purpose. I mean, imagine you'd be father.
Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. Life is unfair.
Father of children, and you would have the chance to give them everything: money, health, everything you want, everything they've ever wanted. Would you do it? Would you give it to them? I mean, you've seen those spoiled kids. Do they really appreciate the value of money? Do you think we would appreciate health if it wouldn't be for our suffering? I felt in life, I was in situations, life wasn't always like that, and even sometimes when it was like this, I mean, look around, all right? My life sometimes was like this, and I was like this. Why is this happening to me? I was really sad, I was depressed, I had to go through struggles to live here in Portugal, and I asked myself, what's the purpose of it? Why?
I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish none of this had happened.
So do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us. There are other forces at work in this world, Frodo, besides the will of evil. Bilbo was meant to find the ring, in which case you also were meant to have it. And that is an encouraging thought.
You see, life is a divine challenge on a path to your greater self. Many different techniques of meditation actually even suggest to let bad feelings just happen to you. You feel them, and then you realize that they just pass away. Happiness brings us unhappiness as soon as it fades away. Just like unhappiness brings us happiness as soon as it fades away. That's the brilliant thing about life. It fades away. You die. And that's awesome. It's killer. Literally. Scarcity is an illusion. It is not real. I mean, look, I don't know how to express this to you, but it is an illusion. I mean, as Bob Marley sings.
Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time.
Okay, putting the camera a little bit more away from me, I'm just gonna stand here and read something out to you. At certain junctures within the course of existence, unique moments occur when everyone and everything, even the most distant stars, combine to bring about something that could not have happened before and will never happen again. Few people know how to take advantage of these critical moments, unfortunately, and they often pass unnoticed. When someone does recognize them, however, great things happen in this world. You know who said that? My favorite author, Michael Ende. And you know where this is written? In a kid's book. In a freaking kid's book. What a genius guy. Manipulating 9 years old into understanding the miraculous way life works. The more you connect yourself to the present moment, no matter how it is, the more you're gonna understand life.
Quit, don't quit. Noodles, don't noodles. You are too concerned with what was and what will be. There's a saying, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
Seriously, however it is. I mean, if you send a prayer, alright, as a spiritual person or not, as an unspiritual person, however, but let's imagine you do send a prayer. Do you think God will answer to you speaking your stupid language? Or do you think He will answer to you in His language, which is everything you see, everything you touch, smell, hear, every feeling you have, every thought you think, everything that happens to you, all of these coincidences in life. All you have to do, actually, is believe in the purpose of it, see the signs, and walk the path.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
Let me tell you something, believe it or not, but this is a long-term experience about this philosophy, you know, a long-term experience that I made as I followed this philosophy. The more you practice this, you know, the more you're being like water. And I don't mean that you only have to be like water, all right? You can be the avatar, the master of all elements.
This is what it is, okay?
You'll be facing beautiful, beautiful moments all the time. It'll happen to you randomly. You won't even know how it happened to you sometimes. You didn't even desire for it to happen that way, but it happened that way, and it'll be awesome. I mean, not always awesome. Sometimes it'll be bad, and then you'll have to accept the fact that it's bad, you know, had to be that way, and then it'll be awesome again. you won't even plan anything of that. And you'll just be like, and next thing you know is you get somewhere and your friends are like,
You're late.
A wizard is never late, Frodo Baggins. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.